Pola, and today we are going to talk about some anime movies that I suggest you guys to watch during quarantine. As you may know, the 2019 novel coronavirus or COVID-19 are making us stuck at home and quarantining ourselves to try and flatten the curve. With that in mind, this is the best time to catch up on your anime watch list. These movies are for starters who are new to this scene, and those movies are Spirited Away in 2001, My Neighbor Totoro in 1988, Kikis Delivery Service in 1989, and Castle in the Sky in 1986. These movies are all directed by Hayao Miyazaki, and they are, if not, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my adolescent years. So the first movie I'm gonna talk about is Spirited Away. Spirited Away is a 2001 animated fantasy film written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki and animated by Studio Ghibli. Spirited Away tells the story of a young girl named Chihiro Ogino, a 10-year-old girl who, while moving to a new neighborhood, enters the world of kami, of Japanese Shino folklore. After her parents are turned into pigs by the witch Yubaba, Chihiro takes the job in Yubaba's bathhouse and to find a way to free herself and her parents to return to the human world. Spirited Away reached worldwide fame, with the film holding a 90% approval rating based on 185 reviews, with an average rating of 8.62/10, grossing 30.4 billion yen or $283 million to become the highest grossing film in Japanese history. Spirited Away is a dazzling, enchanting and gorgeously drawn fairy tale that will leave viewers a little more curious and fascinated by the world around them. Second, we're gonna talk about My Neighbor Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro is a 1988 Japanese animated fantasy film directed by Hayao Miyazaki and animated by Studio Ghibli for Tokuma Shoten. The film tells the story of two young daughters, Satsuki and Mai Kusakabe, of a professor, Tatsuo Kusakabe, and their interactions with friendly wood spirits in post-war rural Japan. Like Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro received widespread acclaim from film critics. 94% of critics gave positive reviews with an average rating of 8.4/10 based on 48 reviews. Overall, the film grossed 1.17 billion yen or $14 million in Japan and $13 million overseas, for a total of $45 million in the worldwide box office. My Neighbor Totoro is based on experience, situation, and exploration, not on conflict and threat. It would never have won its worldwide audience just because of its warm heart. So, next up, it's Kikis Delivery Service. Kikis Delivery Service is a 1989 Japanese animated coming-of-age fantasy film written, produced, and directed by Hayao Miyazaki as an adaptation of the 1985 novel of the same name by Iko Kadono. The film tells the story of a young witch, Kiki, who moves to a new town and uses her flying ability to earn a living. According to Miyazaki, the movie portrays the gulf between independence and reliance in teenage Japanese girls. Kiki's Delivery Service has a score of 97% based on 29 reviews with an average rating of 7.8/10. Premiered on July 29, 1989 in Japanese theaters, the film's distribution receipts were 2.17 billion yen or $20 million, and the total box office gross is 4.3 billion yen or $39 million. Kiki's Delivery Service is a heartwarming, gorgeously rendered tale of a young witch discovering her place in the world. Lastly, we're going to talk about Castle in the Sky. Castle in the Sky, known as Laputa Castle in the Sky in European and Australian releases, is a 1986 Japanese animated fantasy adventure film directed by Hayao Miyazaki and the first to be animated by Studio Ghibli. It follows the adventures of a young boy and girl in the late 19th century attempting to keep a magic crystal from a group of military agents while searching for a legendary floating castle. Now, 96% of critics have given this film a positive review based on 23 reviews with an average rating of 7.45/10. At the Japanese box office, the film grossed 1.16 billion yen or $8.1 million. This adds up with the combined international box office of $15,542,039. With a storytelling palette as rich and brilliant as its animation, Castle in the Sky thoroughly encapsulates Studio Ghibli's unique strengths. Now, all these movies I've mentioned could be watched on Netflix. According to my experience, I recommend you guys watching these movies at home and quarantine to try and flatten the curve. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe and take care, and thanks.